Salve Regina, Mater misericordiae, vita dulcedo, estes nostra salve.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Mary set out and traveled to the hill country in haste, to a town of Judah, where she entered the house of Zechariah and greeted Elizabeth. When Elizabeth heard Mary's greeting, the infant leapt in her womb, and Elizabeth, filled with the Holy Spirit, cried out in a loud voice and said, "Most blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb. And how does this happen to me, that the mother of my Lord should come to me? For at the moment the sound of your greeting reached my ears, the infant in my womb leapt for joy. Blessed are you who believed that what was spoken to you by the Lord would be fulfilled." The Gospel of the Lord.
Today we break a little bit from Advent with this feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. In December of 1531, Mary appeared to a man named Juan Diego on Tepeyac Hill outside of Mexico City. And she said, and I quote from the writings, Mary said to him, "It is my ardent desire that a church be erected here, so that in it I can show and bestow my love, compassion, help, and protection to all who inhabit this land, and those others who love me might confide in me." So those others, not only the land right there of Mexico, but this would affect all of the Americas. And so twice she appeared, and he went to the bishop twice to report to him what was going on, and the bishop wanted proof. Of course, that's not because the bishop is bad. These kind of things need to be tested, okay? And so on the third apparition, she was told to give the bishop a sign. And she told him to give the bishop a sign. And there on the hill in the middle of winter, it had been after a frost, they were beautiful Castilian roses. First of all, they shouldn't have even been found in Mexico like that. But there they were on the hill. And so he went to the bishop, and he revealed the roses, but as he opened his cloak, unbeknownst to him, there was an image of the Blessed Mother in the cloak, just pressed in there. To this day, that image is still there, of course, and it's beyond scientific explanation how it is in that cloth. They don't understand it. A miracle? And so, in retrospect, this apparition led to perhaps arguably the largest, most effective apparition of the Blessed Mother. Within 10 years, all of the Aztec natives were completely converted. Within 10 years, millions of people. And this conversion wave took place not only in Mexico, but in Central America and even into the Philippines. John Paul II writes that she extended an invitation to all men and women to enter into communion with the Father and communion with one another. Love the Lord your God and your neighbor as yourself became her summarizing statement, or his summarizing statement of her. A priest friend of mine said, especially about an apparition like this, he said, if people don't believe in the Blessed Mother, then the devil is doing a real good work of bringing souls to Christ. Because this is of God, right? And so Mary, it's revealed here, Mary proceeds in haste to the hill country. That's the gospel for today, or one of the choices. Just like this. But it's Mary's calling to bring all her children to her Son. It's her desire that we all be with Jesus, all be connected with Jesus. And so, in fulfillment of that desire, we are here and we continue. And perhaps the best thing we can do to continue the work of this apparition is to be witnesses of the faith, not so much by what we say, but by what we do. And so, wear your miraculous medals, wear your crucifixes, carry your rosaries, wear the scapulars, crucifixes in our homes, marks of Catholicism around us. Read the scriptures. Pray daily. These are all things that we need to do to come to Christ. And so we do. Receive the sacraments. Go to the sacrament of reconciliation. Make sure nothing stops you from receiving Holy Communion. With Mary's intercession, aiding us to come to Christ, and perhaps even to pray with her to bring friends of ours to the beauty and the love and the power of Jesus Christ.
Regina Celi, letare, alleluia, qui atque meruisti portare, alleluia, resurrexit sicut dixit, alleluia.